say proudly, pop and rock music did as well for people.
So does tonight mark your acting debut?
Well, we made a film in the 80s, which I suppose officially, but maybe my stage acting debut.
Your theatrical debut. And what are you, you and your...
Yes, anyway.
What are you and your sort of regular conspirators up to? What are the Pet Shop Boys up to at the moment?
We're just finishing off a new album, which is going to come out in spring next year.
Is that on your own label?
It is on our own label through the very cool Cobalt, which simply everyone has signed up to now. And actually, it's funny you say you're on your own label. When we signed to Cobalt, we didn't. They said, "Oh, of course, it's a deal with your label and us," and we didn't have a label. So now we've got a label called Times 2, and every now and then we think we might sign someone else to it, but we haven't done that yet. So if anyone at home wants to send us their demo,
but you've got plush offices, proper stationery, that sort of thing.
No, not really. Have we got stationery? God,
you've got to have stationery, Neil, for heaven's sake.
I don't think we've got any note to self stationery.
Yeah. Something to write your thank you letters on.
Pet Shop Boys stationery. There you go. It's the album title.
And your own stage musical is back in London very soon.
It does. Out of the blue in March, this famous, if not even notorious musical we did in 2001 called Close to Heaven. There's a small theatre in Southwark called the Union Theatre. They said they wanted to do it. And our manager said, oh, it's going to be on in April. This was like March 28th. And I said, well, like April 2016. She says, no, next month. And so suddenly Close to Heaven was back, and it's a very small theatre, but nonetheless it's sold out in about 24 hours, the whole run, 6 weeks or 4 weeks or something. And so they brought it back, and a slightly different cast. It starts in just under 2 weeks' time. And so we're quite excited, because we hadn't obviously seen it since 2001, and I thought it held up pretty well. And it's in a great venue, because when we wrote the piece, it was meant to be set in a club, and that's where they staged it. You walk into the club where the action is happening.
Do you want to give us a little bit of just to sing a little bit from Close to Heaven, just to relax yourself before your acting debut?
Not
just
particularly, because I'm speaking on stage.
Of course.
I'm making my professional acting debut.
Well, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. It's great to be here, and a great cause.
That's very decent of you indeed. I enjoy your time on stage tonight. Now, as Natalia was saying earlier, Belarus Free Theatre are still putting on shows regularly using a brave group of committed performers. They filmed profiles of a few of them.
Я свои первые джинсы не помню. Помню, какие-то как бы не джинсы. Родители купили нам с братом, когда мы семьей ездили отдыхать в Жгененкай. Сшитые вроде как джинсы, а ткань не трется. Не трется, хоть ее... Как Литва в те времена. Вроде родина, вроде, блядь, за граница.
I don't remember my first pair of jeans. But I remember a pair, were they even jeans, that my parents bought for my brother and me on a holiday visit to Druskininkai. The cut was just like jeans, but the fabric didn't fade no matter what you did. They were an imitation, just like Lithuania at the time, sort of a homeland, sort of a foreign country.
Хорошо помню первые джинсы своего родного брата. Заношенные до дыр, заплата вот здесь. Купил за 70 рублей. Космическая цена. Месячная зарплата уборщицы. Родителям не понравилось.
However, I remember very well that my brother had some jeans that were old and worn down to tatters and smudges with a patch right here. He bought them for 70 rubles. At that time, it was an astronomical price. A janitor made that much money in a month. Our parents hated them.
Лучшее место покупки джинсов это была толкучка. Или просто в народе толчок. В Минске своего толчка не было, поэтому мы ездили на соседний Вильнюс. Это сейчас Вильнюс находится в соседнем государстве, а тогда мы жили в одном общем, таком очень Советском Союзе. Дело происходило на большой площадке, примыкающей к рынку сельскохозяйственной продукции. Со стороны казалось, что на площадке находятся люди из общества слепых. На всех были надеты солнцезащитные очки. Одни стояли по всей площадке, а другие сновали между ними. И все друг на друге щупали одежду.
The safest place to buy jeans was at the flea market. We didn't have one in Minsk, so we went to one which was in Vilnius. Nowadays, Vilnius is a free and democratic country, but back then we all lived in one common, very very Soviet Union. The market was in a big open area adjacent to the farmers' market. The audience was divided into two groups. One group of young people who stood scattered all over the place, while a second group of young people scurried between them. From the outside, it looked as if the whole area was filled with blind people because everyone was wearing dark glasses and touching each other's clothes.
В гостиницу нужно было входить тихо, при этом излучая уверенность, что ты здесь живешь. Бабка коридорная, как минимум капитан КГБ в отставке, она взглядом могла просвечивать стены номера. Она селезенкой определяла в тебе диверсанта. Нельзя было встретиться взглядом ни с кем. Ты выходил из бара и оказывался в фойе. И тут нужно было не встретиться взглядом ни со швейцаром, ни с администратором, ни с кем. Самым важным была твоя выдержка.
To actually buy the jeans, you had to walk into a hotel confidently, as if you were staying there. The floor attendant, an old lady, at the very least a KGB captain in retirement, could immediately tell with an X-ray look if you were a saboteur. You left the bar and found yourself in the hotel lobby. If there was no one checking in, all the staff watched you, the porter, the receptionist, etc. The most important thing was to maintain your confidence.
Если добирался до номера, можно было считать, что товар уже у тебя. 5 минут на осмотр товара, торг был неуместен. Теперь можно было забирать товар и уходить.
Once you made it to the hotel room, the deal would be done. It took at best 5 to 10 minutes, with another 5 to 10 to examine the merchandise. Then you grabbed the stuff and left.
Уходить и уходить с товаром – это две большие разницы. Просто уходить – это выйти, сесть в лифт, спуститься вниз, потом в фойе, выход. На прощание помахать швейцару дяде Мише рукой. Но уходить с товаром нужно тихо. Сначала послушать коридорные звуки. Потом выйти, миновав горничную. Пройти по лестнице. Потом в фойе, дверь, улица. Но это в том случае, если швейцар дядя Миша или старуха-ключница не стукнули. Ну а если стукнули?
There's a big difference between leaving and leaving with the merchandise. Just leaving would mean to walk out of the room, take the elevator to the lobby, and get out of the hotel, waving goodbye to the doorman, Uncle Misha. Whereas leaving with the merchandise needed to be done quietly. First I had to check for any sounds in the hall, then come out, get to the stairs, pass safely by the floor attendant, go down the stairs, into the lobby, and out into the street. But all that was only possible if Uncle Misha and the old keykeeper lady didn't snitch on you.
Но если стукнули, то на пути к лестнице тебя ждут два мужчины в таких серых костюмах. Они подходят к тебе, смотрят мельком на твою сумку и говорят таким серым, как костюмы, голосом: пройдемте. Лаконично так: пройдемте. И тут ты должен был сделать такой взгляд, который как бы обозначал: я посол Соединенных Штатов Америки. Я обладаю дипломатической неприкосновенностью. Они такой взгляд видели по 10-12 раз на дню и никогда ему не верили. Не верили, потому что знали: посол Соединенных Штатов Америки не пойдет в гостиницу юбилейная покупать джинсы у заезжих польских строителей.
In the event that they did snitch on you, two men in grey suits would already be expecting you beside the stairway. They would cast a quick glance at your gym bag, and one of them would say in a voice as grey as his suit, "Follow me." So laconic, just follow us. At that moment, you might well assume an air of importance, as if saying, "I'm the ambassador of the United States of America. I'm protected by diplomatic immunity." But they wouldn't buy it because they knew for sure that the US ambassador would never go to the Jubilee Hotel to buy jeans from a visiting Polish construction worker.
Джинсы были для нас кусочком свободы, свободы доступной. Они, к тому же, были кусочком Америки или Британии, недоступных для нас центров мира, настоящей музыки, настоящего кино. Не кино, снятое про Америку в Прибалтике, а настоящего кино, настоящей музыки.
Jeans were a symbol of freedom for us, a part of freedom we could actually access. Moreover, they were a little piece of America or Britain, the world centres to us of real music and cinema, otherwise inaccessible, absolutely real, not one of our endless homemade imitations of whatever, not films about America shot in a former Baltic Republic, absolutely real.
Мы хотели знать все про Мика Джаггера и ничего про коммунистическую партию. Потому что мы знали, что это именно эта сраная партия не пускает к нам Мика, и мы не можем вживую услышать Satisfaction.
We wanted to know everything about Mick Jagger and nothing about the Communist Party, because we understood precisely that this shitty party wouldn't let Mick and the Stones into the country, and they wouldn't let us hear Satisfaction.
Американские и британские флаги, они стали для нас символами свободы. И чем больше коммунистические власти говорили нам, что про бесчинство американских агрессоров, тем больше хотелось иметь майку со звездно-полосатым флагом на груди. Мы тоже хотели бесчинствовать на концертах Sex Pistols или AC/DC.
The American and British flags were converted to symbols of freedom for us, and the more we were told by the communist authorities about the outrages of the American aggressors, the more we wanted to get a T-shirt with a Star-Spangled Banner on it. We dreamed of being aggressors ourselves and committing outrages at concerts of the Sex Pistols or AC/DC.
Да, конечно, час пробил, и 94-й год все-таки наступил. И вот тут у меня вопрос. Почему с нами это произошло? Вроде ж нормальные люди, приезжаешь в другую страну, такие же, как мы, ходят руки, ноги, голова, а живут по-другому. Спокойно, весело. Вот, весело, но спокойно. Многие фамилии своего президента не знают. Вот мне кажется, что демократия – это когда ты имеешь право не знать фамилии своего президента. А лучше знать и забыть. Это когда к тебе домогается какой-то мужчина и говорит: я тебе скажу, знаешь, что ты сейчас сделай вот это и это. А ты ему имеешь право полное сказать: иди ты в жопу, президент.
Now we come forward to the summer of 1994. What the heck, it happened to us. We are not powerless fools after all. In other countries we can see people quite similar to us, with the same legs, arms and heads, but living in a different way, cheerfully, calmly. Many don't even know the name of their own president. It seems to me that one's country is democratic if one has the right to forget the name of the president. Better still to have known, but to have forgotten. Indeed, that is democracy. Get lost, Mr. President.
16 сентября 2005 года на центральную площадь Минска вышли молодые люди. Они принесли с собой национальный флаг. Бело-красно-белое полотнище. Красный цвет в эзотерике обозначает мужество, а белый – сострадание. Вот они и вышли на площадь с отчаянным мужеством и состраданием к погибшим. Но на подходе к площади у них забрали флаг. И тогда молодой человек по имени Никита снял себе джинсовую рубаху и привязал ее к древку. И когда джинсовая рубаха поднялась над толпой, это была уже не рубаха, она была флагом. Флагом поколения джинс, генерации свободных людей.
On September the 16th, 2005, young people filled the square, the central square of Minsk. They brought the national flag, the white, red and white banner. Traditionally the colour red denotes courage, while white indicates compassion. They came out onto the square with courage and compassion for those who had fallen. When young people approached the square, a militia officer took their flags away, and then a young man, Nikita, took off his denim shirt and fixed it to a stick. As soon as the denim shirt rose over the crowd, it was already not a shirt, but a flag. The flag of the Jeans generation of free people.
Любой тюремный срок когда-то заканчивается. И диктатура заканчивается. Но хочется, чтобы это время в нашей жизни осталось как найденное, не как потерянное.
Sooner or later, all jail terms end. Sooner or later, all dictatorship ends. And God knows how long we've waited for that time.
Thank you, Neil Tennant and Nikolai Khalezin.